Hey Shelly, we just taken a ride. We got about an hour and 15-minute drive, so I've never seen you in my champion. I mean, we got shit to talk about, but I don't even know. I didn't see the whole cam thing unfold until like midnight last night, so I didn't really get anybody's thoughts on that. But I guess my biggest thing is, where's cardio? Where's Harper? Like, they're good with this? Did they know? I mean, did they think that was a good idea to, as a deterrent, to make that type of lie up? And then, I mean, I think it was the live panel that he was tripping out for, I don't even know, well over an hour or so. And like the dramatics behind it, Like he didn't just post that he got fired and let it ride like that to just try to make people deter, as that was his goal, right? It was just a deterrent. It was to get the shit to stop. But yet you went live on a panel and pointed fingers and made accusations and threats. And so I don't know, like, definitely would, I don't know, just be the opposite of your goal. Because isn't that what he posted? That was his goal, was to get people to just stop talking about him and calling him. And no, we just started. Sammy Joe. But y'all can come up and talk to me. I guess I just, I mean, I always try to put myself in that situation, and I could see, like, okay, act like you've lost your job, so they stop harassing you. Okay, but it just counteracted itself, right? When you went on that panel, and Jackoff is up there, Cardio's up there, and everybody's showing him all this support because he's lost his job due to online trolls, supposedly. I don't know. I just feel like your reason for doing it. But I appreciate being archives. Didn't have much time, and I know they were running some shit. So they'll be back on at 3, though. We'll drop the link for anybody that doesn't already follow. They're just reminding us of some of Cam's bullshit and replaying some stuff. So no, he didn't get fired. That was all a setup. I mean, he then posted, which I think everything's been taken down. He then posted his purpose behind it was basically to get people to stop harassing him and stop calling him at work. And so, he had his employee or an employee or employer, I don't know, but somebody to LARP along with him or lie along with him, um, which most of us called it out by his actions and reactions. And just, there was a lot of things in that video itself that smelled fishy, right? But even if you believed it, at that point you could say, okay, well, maybe it was a good idea. It was a good thought to make people back off of you. But when you went live on a panel and, by candlelight and just rode everybody's ass and made all types of threats, and, because I'm tagged in stuff that JD posts, well, I don't talk to anybody behind the scenes about this. So I don't know any more than anybody else knows, anybody else reads or sees or hears. I mean, what makes me a target? Because I don't like that you're lying and I don't agree with what you're doing? Like, I've got nothing bad to say about your van life. It's a great idea. If you can pull it off, I mean, hell yeah. A lot of people do it. But, I don't know. I just, mean, I just think he likes that type of attention. I mean, that's what I go back to. After shit starts to repeat itself and they just repeat themselves in a different topic, then that says to me that's the persona they want, that's the persona they desire. Like, they want that type of attention. So, if you wanted people to lay off of you to make like that hostage video of, if you've got a wrench and you sit beside, but yet people sit in their chat with wrenches and do much more vile shit than JD does. But nobody sees that. Nobody's talking about that. And, what I got the last 2 times I asked about it on panel was, well, I'm not up all night. I don't see everything he's doing. I don't know. Right. Buy that shit. Buy none of it. Right. I don't believe that. I mean, especially now with this, I don't think that anybody showed up to his work. I think that it's probably, what's the guy's name that is going to haul the motor and do the motor and all that, and he's got a truck and a trailer to transport it. That's whose truck and trailer that was. This isn't hard to figure out. It almost has to be. I don't believe any of that now. Not that I kind of did anyway, but I mean, oh yeah, I haven't seen that one. I mean, I seen it when it was live, but of course I don't remember it all. But I mean, I do remember, like, he just went on and on and on with them and pointing fingers and not taking responsibility and pointing fingers some more. Like, and in this one, he's like, okay, all right, very well. and like somebody else said, like, he didn't, well, do I need to move my van? Am I okay here for a little bit longer? Just anything. What about my paycheck? Or, come on. But I didn't really buy it, but I don't know. I just felt like that if that was really his main goal in the lie, then he should have just left to go with that. Let it rest at that. Not get online and provoke people and provoke it more. And, you knew what that was going to cause. Like, you know that. I mean, sometimes I feel like this whole Cardio and Harper thing is a LARP. Like, I just think that nobody in their right mind Am I back? Yes, no? I couldn't see my bubble bouncing, so I assumed that you couldn't hear me. So I dropped down. I guess I fixed it. Okay, good. Shelly, thanks. I don't even know what I was saying, but anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I just find it all entertaining at this point that, like, adults do this shit, and I'm fucking amazed by it. Like, it's totally got my attention. Like, it's pure fucking entertainment at this point. It's kind of like watching Heather Brooke, you know what I mean? Like, she's a fucking nutcase, but, like, she knows she is. She wants to be, so, I mean, I'll watch, you know? Oh, about taking no accountability? Well, I mean, if we're talking about the heartburn cardio thing, like, I mean, they out Jeff, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at Jeff. I'm not fighting with Jeff. What I said to his face is all I have to say about him. I mean, I gotta badmouth Jeff. He knows what's up. He knows what he does, and it's the same thing. Like, you choose it, so there it is, and we're watching. Keep going. Do what you gotta do. Um, I don't like it when you overstep the fucking line of any type of normal or just okay towards people, but y'all gonna keep doing it, and we all gonna keep watching it, so, you know. But I will say this, that the second panel that Nunya played the other night, I don't know if you guys heard her say, like, somebody keep count, but we were already maybe 15 minutes into it until I loosely started counting. Like, I wasn't literally every single time, but I was like, okay, well, that was 5, and then I put 5 ticks down. And by the end of that video, we were up to 50 plus times that he had either said something sexual, rape, um, talked to her in a sexual way that to me is not cute at all. I mean, but I don't think slapping a girl's ass in public is cute. Like, I don't think that is a way to show your love and affection. Like, I think it makes it trashy and disrespectful. Um, and it isn't that some of the things he may have said you wouldn't say behind closed doors, but to say it in public is just, it's degrading to me. I mean, obviously, when you're a beautiful girl, which she is, I'm not got nothing bad like that to say about her. She's a beautiful girl. Um, she should just think so much more of herself than a man disrespecting her like that. But that's the mother in me, and that's really how I feel about that situation. Is the mother in me says, "Girl, you do see the danger signs, right? I mean, put all jokes aside and all tag you're it, fucking who can one up the next one that said what they just said, one up that, and whose panel can drag you the hardest. Like, put all of that aside. Like, you realize it's just overall not safe. I mean, we talk about online safety here, and I think I've said before, I really had no idea. I mean, I knew that adults, were privy to it too. I know that. I wasn't blind to it, but I really had no idea, like, of the doxing thing and all that. Like, I really didn't know what all that was. Like I said, I've never had to feel like I had to close down my real Facebook and shit like that, like, and hide my kids. Like, I've been posting my kids since 2009 when I got Facebook, and this community's made it that everything needs to go under lock and key and then some. That's crazy. But it's real, so all you can do is protect yourself a little bit. But I don't know. I guess that's just the way I feel about the heartburn cardio thing. I mean, minus his total disrespect and unbelievable comments. Like, and Harper's the one that said at one point about, I think she was talking about clown maybe, well, if they're saying it, they're thinking it, right? If you've said it through your mouth, then it obviously crossed your mind. I mean, still not true. Didn't age well. I mean, because, damn. I mean, if he's not talking about rape, he's talking about, forcible sex, um, just horrible. Just horrible. I'm not hearing anybody saying anything about that. So it's like, I mean, some people have said we did the right thing by trying to talk to Jeff. Other people said, we were just using him. But either way, at least we spoke up on it, right? And tried to handle it in public without calling names and doing all that. But they don't seem to be able to do the same for their own. I mean, I'm not hearing that yet. Yeah, I would think that the store, I mean, I personally don't believe that people are harassing them the way that he says that it is. I'm not saying people haven't called, but I mean, if JD hasn't called, you've just given him every fucking reason to call. I mean, in my book. So just, you just poke the fucking bear, knowing that you were lying the whole fucking time and blaming him and blaming his people and his followers and where he has a wrench and all of that. You knew you were lying. So if you don't think at this point he's not going to retaliate and at least call and tell somebody that this shit is happening with his name attached to it now, I mean, you've just got to be stupid. You just got to be, I don't know. I just think that they gassed him up when they heard he was fired, and they gassed him up. And he went live because he had a small crew that was backing him up 100%. And I just think he opened himself a new can of worms that he claims he was trying to get out of. He was trying to keep sealed up. And that's not going to work out too well. So I don't know if you guys send stuff to my basement like Savvy does, and then I put it up there. She has to play it, right? I mean, I can't just put it up there and it'll play. I don't think. I don't know. But usually she drops it. I put it on the stage, and then she does whatever she does. So I don't think I can do that. But I will eventually. Yeah, he admitted that he did and wrote a whole paragraph of why he did what he did. And I think he said that his manager or supervisor agreed to do it with him. I don't know. But the thing is, if she agreed to it, like, we know that he manipulates, right? So he may have been like, hey, let's just do this, and then they'll just lay off of me, the phone will stop ringing, and it'll just be a done deal here for you. And she may have been like, yeah, that's fine, like, let's get him off your ass. I kind of like you. Or I need you to work for me. Like, nobody else will do this job. So, like, yeah, okay. So I don't know that she realizes that he then went live and just blasted. It just defeated his whole purpose that he told her and what he told us after the fact. I mean, his whole purpose was to close the can of worms, to make it stop. I mean, my first thought when I seen the video of the phone call was, so you exposed yourself as a liar to show us that somebody's calling your work, which we didn't really disbelieve that somebody has called your work. Like, I believe somebody probably has prior to this. So, like, there was no reason to show me that somebody else is calling your work. You could have probably just said it, and I would have believed that because I believe it's probably happening. Um, but it's kind of like when they are like, well, let me expose Nunya. Let me show her messages. Let me show you what I sat beside for a long time, what I, defended and stood up for. And, oh, maybe I just cut somebody off. Oh, no, I didn't turn my turn signal on. Sorry about that. I will next time. Oh, they're not beeping me now. I forget what I was saying. Yeah, they're not beeping me. Because, I mean, I'm at a red light. I forget what I was saying, guys. Oh, the wheel's falling off that car over there. Ooh, like it's wobbling, like it's going to fly, like the whole wheel, not the tire. Yikes. Hmm. Anyway, I forget what I was saying now. Oh, I know what I was saying. So they, you know what I mean? They're like, well, here, let me show you all of this. And they think that they don't come out looking some type of way about it, right? I mean, if you sat there for a year and then act like you're the victim of something because you're not involved in it anymore, to me makes you look just as bad and untrusted. You know what I mean? So it was kind of that same thought when I seen Cam's video where he's like, look, they're calling my work. Okay. And that was worth showing us that you just openly admitted that you lied. Like, I don't know. I'm just not sure I would have done that, but I guess. But y'all definitely entertaining. Definitely entertaining. What else we got good on the docket? JD, I'm scared you're gonna do a follow-up call with his dad. I'm not promoting that. I'm just saying, like, kind of scared of it. Because there's been so much more, but I mean, does the man really care? Can he really change anything? Probably not. So what's the matter? But I keep thinking, like, the next live is going to be. I called corporate because he was dangerously hooked up to the electricity. If there was a fire, imagine what would have happened. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I mean, that, yeah. Huh. Does he got propane in the van? Like, does he have that around the van, or are you talking about like propane tanks that the gas station would carry? I mean, either way, bad. But I mean, he's got 2 and 3 candles running at the same time. If he's got any kind of combustible in that van or around the van, be ouch. Yeah. I mean, most businesses don't want any of that. Um, I mean, just for liability reasons, you know. I want to know why the store even lets them film. Yeah. I don't think that they know. I mean, I'm sure they're going to know or they know now. I mean, the sad thing would be, and truly, I don't like fucking with the man's job. Like, I don't want him to lose his job. Like, I want him to just keep it on the internet, you know? Like, I'm not even sure why he brought his job into it like this. Like, I thought he was just going to do the van life and he was staying out of the drama. And so then he should have just ignored what people were basically on repeat about, right? Nobody was saying anything new. Nobody was, um, I mean, there was no real new information other than his, following his van life. So any like old community drama was just being rehashed and regurgitated back up again, right? I mean, he could have been able to just ignore it. Like he's already lived it. It's already a done deal, whatever that was. Like to me, he just plopped himself right in the middle of it again and then wants to cry that he doesn't want it. Like, you know what's going to happen. Like, this isn't hard to fucking figure out. You've been around much longer than I have, and I can tell you what's going to happen next. I mean, it's very predictable here. I told the unprofessional woman, oh, she wasn't receptive, that called me this morning that I had proof and that I wanted to give it to her, and she just kept going on and on like she was trying to get me mad. Hmm. Yes, Case Rosalie, he did. All to show us that somebody was calling his work, which the person didn't really say anything threatening. The most threat was like, what do you say, the video was coming out or, you know, whatever, something, basically they were going to call him out on it. I did, somebody did have that opinion too, Nunya, that he was just like, he made the phone call himself to look like the victim. But why would you do that to show that you lied? Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, did he not think that through? That all that really told us, like, nobody here cares that anybody called. Like, the drama that he brought to it was that he made a whole fucking panel pointing fingers and making threats to people that ain't got shit to do with none of it. We just here watching it fucking unfold just like anybody else. I mean, to say because I'm tagged in something makes me a culprit to something, that's crazy. But that's what I don't understand. Like I've tried to address it a few times and I'm just made to look stupid. Like and I don't want to sit there and badmouth Vic. Like I don't want to become a target, obviously. So I have very little to say about it, but I do say, like, you literally sit with people and have them wrenched up that do the same exact thing, but because they defend you, it's okay then, right? Like it's so, but the most I can get out of anybody that has a decent voice is, well, I don't stay up all night. I don't know half of what he does. I don't know. How the fuck he don't? And JD, I say that every time. I sure hope so. I mean, I hope so. I mean, I just want to go back to the regular dragon bullshit, the regular community dumb shit. I mean, even Cam's van life, all that. That is not hurtful on the outside of anything. That's right here on fucking YouTube. Like as much as he wants to feed us, as much as we'll give back to him. But this beyond crazy shit is just that, like. But I'm watching. Like I'm here for it. No, I really believe that truck and trailer was probably one of the dudes that's helping, like, haul that engine and do whatever they do. That's what I think. I mean, the van life thing is amazing. Like, if I really had nothing that depended on me, um, I mean, I would take a dog, in a van like that. I would, but I would make sure that the ventilation is proper. I mean, I would make sure that the dog can jump on the bed or have a means to get on the bed. Not just talk about the dog being able to get on the bed or you helping the dog on the bed. Like, that's, the dog needs to be able to roam. And, um, but then I wouldn't be attached. If I was living that life, I wouldn't be attached to an 8-hour job either and let my dog in the van for 8 hours. Like, if I was truly retired and, or could work from home, whatever, that I can do right by my dog 24/7. But that 8 and 10 hours stuck on its mat is just not okay. I mean, I get that he probably can go out and take it out, but oh, I ignored you. Let me go back. Sorry, Ellen. Um, oh, what's up? No, nothing. I just have an appointment at 3 o'clock, so we on the way. Oh, Vic is coming to you again. I've missed his last couple. I just didn't click. Mm. No, I mean, I'm worried about Vic's mental health. I mean, truly, you can hear in his voice that he's got multiple shit going on. And again, some of the things that he addresses, I'm not saying are not valid on a community dragon stream, right? I mean, but it's that line that I just can't. Like, and I don't participate with that shit. Like, I denounce it all, and I don't like it. I mean, I don't like that JD has to retaliate, and that would have even called his boss today or yesterday, whenever, all of that happened. Like, I don't like it, but I get it, right? I mean, that's what I said about the original when this shit was all going down with Nunya. Like, I said the same thing. I don't like some of her reaction to it. I don't like it that she has to do this, but I understand why she has to do it, because if it were me too, or worse if I could, right? Like, I wouldn't stop either. Right. Demones, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if he really wanted it to stop, like, he could have just kept on with his gaming and kept on with his van life, and, you know, let this side hash out some of his dumb shit that he's already heard before, nothing new, but he just keeps feeding us more and more. So then that tells me, I mean, at least on a normal adult brain, right? I'm not real fucking smart, but for me, it don't take long to see the outcome of shit and what's next, right? I mean, what's going to happen next? You can almost predict it. So, like, he should have known that just showing alone that he got fired, like, I try to understand that. I try to say to myself, okay, he wanted to shut that down. He wanted him to stop with the job. He's worried about his job. But once he went on panel and did all that, like, it just totally deleted his true, if that was his true motive. Like, no good. It just doesn't work like that. JD sent me corporate information and his job information. I'm going to contact an attorney today. Since if Vic shows up here, he won't be leaving. Cam and his boss plan to get this to happen, and I'm done. Yeah. And yeah, you know. But they sit over there, people with kids. And, I mean, at this point, even adult kids, like, a family in general, just shouldn't even be in any type of fear shit coming from this place. I mean, it's just, You know, Ellen, the hate for me is so fucking forced that I love it. Like, I love Missy's hate for me. Like, I literally listen just to hear her hate for me because they're like, oh, talking about Becky's titties. Okay, bitch talks about my titties more than I, after the first, what, 3 or 4 days? You ain't heard me say shit about it. I mean, but I just think too that shit just keeps escalating and escalating because, you know, legally nothing's being done. Whether people aren't doing it or afraid to do it or, you know, whatever, or they're just not interested in doing something about it that once it gets reported. I mean, I don't know where the fall is, but I mean, I just think that everybody is seeing this shit unravel and then nothing happens. So, well, fuck it, you know, let's just keep going. Let's just keep pushing it, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I hate to think that his manager's wrapped up in it, but she is now, you know, especially like I said, especially that he went and did that panel that called people out that mm, mm. JD was the person you talked to today at the store level or was it corporate? Yeah, I mean, you guys can get rid of that shit. Like it's not here. I don't, all right, let's try again. I think when I get a notification, it like it kicks me out. I didn't think they put the new motor in the van yet, but he acted like it was running, so and running well. I mean, well enough to go to Kentucky, right? And out west. Yeah, Des Moines, I do remember that. But I think a lot of people do that shit though. I mean, that's why when they're showing, I mean, even some of the shit that they've shown with me, like, no. And the only way I can confirm is for him to send me my own shit, and that won't happen. So, but why not? I mean, How can it be a risk to send it back to me when I'm asking for it? Like, there's no risk in it. But I'm not going to bring attention to it. But there was part of that text message that doesn't even sound like something I'd say. So I'm not sure about it. But I don't know. Um, what I do know is people that are closer to me, I've asked them to use AI and use like apps to make shit happen, and it's unbelievable what can happen, like what people can do, and it really looks real, like undeniably real. Yeah, I figured you were going to make a phone call, JD. I kind of thought it would happen by now, but now with all this, I don't know. I mean, I didn't. What else did he threaten other than he's going to come sit by everybody's house or whatever? Which good luck with that. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even got to get the gun out. I just leave my dog out, and you better put your dog on top of the fucking roof because my dog's gonna take your dog and you. That's a promise. I mean, he's a great dog. He's a friendly dog, but he's so protective. Like we don't get much company at the house that doesn't come on a regular basis. My niece and her kids. So if somebody comes to the house, you know, he's taking them out, and that's it. Yeah. No, I mean I don't want anybody to lose their job. Like everybody got to eat. The dog got to eat. Like, but I just don't understand from all of his past and his past job bullshit alone. Why would he even talk about a fucking job other than to say I have a job? Not what kind of job, not anything. Why? Like, did he not learn all the other fucking times? like, like, again, so when you start to repeat the fucking cycle, tells me at some level you want it, you like it, you know it's going to happen, so I'm here to watch it. Like, that's it. I mean, the system can definitely force them into mental health and to be monitored on medications for sure, but it would take a lot for a judge to say that you have to come off the internet. Like, I don't think, and a judge recommendation is not in stone. I mean, just because a judge recommended it, it doesn't make it, in my opinion. I mean, you know, she can recommend that I eat healthier, but if I don't, I didn't commit a crime. Like I didn't do anything that violated the terms of the courts. I mean, the only other question I have about the phone thing, why is serving spoons being hung by the fucking phone? Like, where is the safe serve or whatever they're called, serve safe? Why would serving spoons be hung by the phone? It's fucking dirty. I'd see you pick that up to dish out my fucking macaroni salad, and I would be, no. Oh, the guy that can't order food anymore. Again, wasn't he thinking? Like, he's been in these parts long enough. He should have known that that wasn't cool. Well, I mean, it sounds to me like he's got community members backing him financially, which is scary and sad. But I'm telling you, the hate is that harsh that I believe people here would spend their own fucking money on this bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe I was the only one that noticed the fucking serving spoons there. And Gina, I'm not saying. Here's how I feel about the fucking pube situation. All right, everybody got pubes, right? So, but he was the only one that used the bathroom. To me, I would make sure that I clean up after myself. Like, I wouldn't leave a place that was open to me out of kindness. I wouldn't. First of all, I would have cleaned it before I left. That's one. But besides that, like, he can't humble himself enough to talk about how grateful he should have been for the fact that he had a place to stay. He had his basic needs met. You know, he talks about how much time he didn't spend there while he was there. So where was his dog? Like, who took care of his dog? Somebody did, and it was probably Gina. So, like, to me, you know, swallow your pride and be like, I guess I could have cleaned the toilet. Again, not that a pube is really filth. I mean, I don't consider that filth. I don't consider it. But I'm talking like from a family standpoint, right? I mean, I'm not talking about strangers coming to my house and dirtying up my toilet and I want to clean up after them. No, like I just feel like he could have cleaned up after himself, but he could have laughed through the fucking pube thing and still showed gratefulness, you know? I mean, you opened your house up to him, which is a scary thought. Like, if that was my mom or my grandmother, I'd be like, pump the brakes. Like, what are you doing? Like, I wouldn't have agreed with it if you were my family. But, you know, you know yourself. You've been around you and I think he's harmless. Like, I don't think there's any harm behind him like that. But um I do think when they're gassing him up, I think his head's getting much bigger than and he wants to be like he wants to be the one, right? Like he wants to be the one to come out on top and look like he defeated somebody or something. And so, you know, the people that are gassing him up are making him feel like he's that much closer to being able to do that. And that's kind of scary. But I don't think him alone, nah. And even, you know, just conversation with e-buddies, nah. But when they're really gassing him up and offering him support and that kind of shit, you know, I think that he thinks that he's bigger than he is. And I think it's going to come back to bite him in the ass. But he ain't going to listen to me. So, yeah. I mean, I'm sad to see that good guy, you know, I would guess he's probably lurking around somewhere, which is fine, but, you know, not really active. I'm glad that he did that. But again, I hope, like JD says, shit's going to eventually start to bubble to the top. I hope so. I hope so, because I feel like good guy has the means to do it if it's able to be done. Like if it's, you know, if it's really an option. You know. Yeah, but like to keep saying that, to keep saying how you're going to take people's houses and shit like that, like if it really went to court, like really went to court, just showing how many times and how many people that shit's been said about, it just depletes your credibility all around. Like, I mean, obviously, you're just showing you have a motive that you're provoking to try to get something out of it. Like, yeah. No, Gina, I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? I try to look at both sides of it. I'm like, a fucking pube isn't filth, but respectfully, he should have respected what you opened your house to. And even though he left angry, he still should have had pride for himself, gratefulness for you and what you did for him and his dog. Like, I don't know. I guess we just don't all think alike, you know? Like, I mean, he's a little bit older than what I would say when I say this generation, but the entitlement in this generation, and I'm talking about my own damn kids too, like the entitlement is unfucking believable to me. Like with social media and just the way they're thinking is, you know, mm, which one was it? I don't know if I can go out of here and go look or not. Let me check. Is it on web, I guess? Mm, yeah, I'm gonna say no. I don't know. You have to tell me what it was about. I thought the last one was like, oh no, 39 minutes ago. No, I didn't see that. Damn. If somebody wants to come up, I only got about 20 minutes, but if somebody wants to come up and knows how to do all that, I'm sure none of you don't have time to take a break to come up and help me out. Bitch never has time for that. And Sabby called me last night in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, and her camera was on, so I left my camera on. I thought something was up. She's like, I think I titty dogged you. You were in my bra. I was like, girl. And she had some weird ass background clanging going on. So my dogs were at a dead sleep beside me and they heard that and they jumped up and started barking their heads off. I was like, oh, damn, Savvy. She woke my damn dog up. But she didn't want nothing. Yeah, you're right. Where's Jeff? Is he okay? I hope he is. I never mean ill will towards him. I really don't. Like, I think he's a good person. I just think he's got that other shit going on. It was on Mr. Webb. Let me go look. I'll come right back if I do drop off, but I think I can do this. I'm gonna assume you can still hear me, but I don't know. Let's see posts. All right, so whenever I was looking it up, could you still hear me? So if I read and you could hear me, go look for it. Mm, well, I'm gonna assume so. JD, could you hear me whenever I was going into YouTube to read his post, or because like then I can't see my bubble, so I can't tell if you can hear me or not. But once I do it once, then I'll know that's how it works. But I'm not sure. Shelly, can you hear me whenever I was looking for Cam's post? Okay, thank you. Here we are. So it says, I will not be providing any further comments at this time regarding the harassment directed towards me and the company I represent. As an employee, I defer to my company to handle this matter through appropriate channels. I take pride in working for an organization that demonstrates integrity and stands firmly in support of its employees. So there you have it. Right. But do they know what you did after you asked them to do you a favor to end the shit, which was completely contradictory to the reason you gave that you did it? And I'm sure that's the same reason you told them that made them say, okay, not a bad idea. Let's do that. Let me help you out. Right? Do they know that you then went on panel and made all kinds of threats and put people in it that aren't even fucking in it any more than a bystander watching this shit unfold? That's it. We got nothing in the planning. We got nothing in the drive. None of it. We literally just sitting here watching it fucking unfold on YouTube, and now we're all targets. Now we're all gonna be reported. Like, for what? For what? I mean, I don't feel like I've said anything but my opinion. I don't think that I've said anything below the belt about anybody. Like, I literally just say how I feel about it unfolding and what my opinion is. And there's no fucking crime in that. Well, I mean, I guess, did she give you a an email or something that you can send, you know, proof to? No, I mean, I feel bad, especially for the girl that, you know, thought she was helping him out, which I'm sure that's what it was. I'm sure she has no fucking idea except his side, and I'm sure he's just all victim. Like, I'm sure they don't know the other side of it. Yeah. I mean, I would be surprised if he still has a job if they'll do more than just listen to someone talk. Like, if they'll let someone show proof, I would imagine it's not going to look so good. I mean, unless they're just that desperate for help, which is a possibility, you know. I mean, especially on the local level, right? Because they're thinking like, oh, damn, if he quits or gets fired, this shit's stuck on me. I got to find somebody else to do it. I'm going to have to do it until I find somebody else. Then I got to train them. Then I got to hope they stay, you know. So, I mean, they might be putting them, um, their own feelings and their own situation into the situation. You know what I mean? But I would think if corporate, I mean, I don't know if it's a large business or what, but uh, from what it sounds like, it must be a chain. I don't know. And we don't need to drop it here because I don't know. I don't even know what the name of it is, so I don't want to know. But I assume it's a chain. Yeah, well, I'm sure he's painted a picture that, you know what I mean? You're 100% the villain and he's 100% the victim, and we just know that isn't a fact. But unless she's willing to see proof, it's just gonna stand he said, she said, and they're gonna side with him. Well, I think JD left a message or something, right? And she called you back. That doesn't sound like she was very receptive to which I get it. I mean, I guess I wouldn't just take your word for it. I mean, I wouldn't fire somebody based on what you said on the phone. Um, but I think my listening ears would surely be open to say, okay, well, then show me that. Prove that to me. Like, I'm not taking your word for it. I want proof of it. Again, I go back to why did he even, didn't somebody say he showed the sign or something? Like he doxed the business himself? I thought that's what I understood, even though he tries to say it like people just tracked him down and did all this research and did all this like crazy app shit to find him. I thought I understood that it really came out because he did it himself, maybe by accident, but he did it himself. Am I right with that or no? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and he obviously didn't learn. So, I mean, I think the this cookie thing or the snack cake thing in the truck, I think that was probably a good job. It might have been one of the best jobs that I've seen him have. Um, Probably a long-term job. Like it probably was a secure job. But why he thought that it was a good idea to put all of that on here? I mean, on here. Like there may be other channels and other communities that it wouldn't be that. But knowing what happens here, what would tell you that's any type of good idea at all, ever? I don't know. It's, let me go back to the fucking common sense factor. No, I'm not very fucking smart, but I think I'm pretty savvy on the fucking common sense level. I mean, I'm surprised that um, any type of corporate would allow him to hook up and stay there like that. I could see on the store level because again, they're putting their own convenience and all that into it, right? They're thinking like, well, shit, if I say no, how's he getting back and forth to work? I need somebody to cover the shift, and that type of thing. So I get like on the ground level that they would agree to something like that, but I can't imagine any type of corporate would agree. Just the liability in itself, even just sitting there 24/7, has to be a fucking liability. Having that dog on the premises would be a fucking liability. No, it seems like a very gentle dog, but my dog does too on the surface, but he's not, right? He clearly will hurt someone. Not out of his turf. Like he goes to the dog park and he's great. He doesn't, nothing. But if he's in the car and someone comes close to the car at his own house, he's not doing it. He's a totally different dog, and I don't trust him. Um, as a matter of fact, he stays in the sunroom, which we've already talked about that. And our sunroom is on the back of the house, and so you come into the sunroom to go into the kitchen, which isn't the front door; it's actually the back door. But you know what I'm trying to say. And so he stays in there a lot. And my niece was going to vacation Bible school a week or so ago, and one of her little friends' mother was picking her up to take her back and forth to vacation Bible school. And she got home. Well, my niece is 5, and so she knows that she can open the sliding glass door, and Keto, he'll smell her and all that kind of stuff, but he knows her, so he's not going to do anything. And so in her little mind, she's thinking like, oh, I'm going to open up the door. Well, the lady was behind her with her booster seat, and of course followed Vea into the sunroom. He lost his shit, and he actually nipped like her calf. I mean, he didn't bite her, but he nipped her. He wasn't having it. Like, it scared the fuck out of me. But like, she was a stranger, so I'm not sure why she walked into my house without knocking first. But I guess she just followed the little girl, which basically part-time lives there. So I didn't get upset about it, but I'm pretty sure that he would hurt somebody that came into our house. Yeah. Wow, Sandy, what did it for me was when the people brought Valentina back after what, 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever it was, of not seeing him. She had no gumption. Like, she was not waggly tail. Oh my gosh, I missed you. Like, she literally got up on the bed, laid her head down out of like sadness. I mean, I'm not sure she's scared. I'm not, I would never say that he hurts her, but I think she just knows what's next, right? I mean, she just knows it's just lay here and this is what we do. Like, she's used to it. Um, and, he claims that she gets enough exercise, but I mean, I hope it's not a lie. I hope that, yeah, depressed. I mean, yeah. I hope that she gets enough exercise because, I mean, after laying there for days and weeks, which it's turned into weeks, right? She's been back with him for at least a week. And so, other than to get out of the van to go potty, she's had no real exercise. So now you're going to take her in the mountains to hike and think that her bones and her muscles and all of that is anywhere prepared. I mean, that'd be like taking my fat ass out and telling me to, you know, hike the fucking mountain and think, yeah, I could do it. I'd get there if I had to, but it wouldn't be pleasant for me. I wouldn't be enjoying it, right? I'd be in hella pain and struggling. Like, that's how I feel about the dog. Like, if you're not keeping her active and she's laying at the old lady's house for 2 and 3 weeks, then now we know she's laying in this van for a week and basically just going out to potty. She's nowhere ready to go on a fucking hike. I mean, think of her little body and her age. I don't know how old she is, but she's not a puppy. So, you know, and I don't doubt that he loves her. Like, don't, like, I don't think he sees it as abuse. I don't think he sees that. I think he thinks, well, I feed her and she's safe and, you know, she's not being physically hurt in his mind. And so, like, I don't think he sees it as abuse. But then again, I know people that have literally left their fucking dogs in a kennel for 23 hours and on a regular basis and act like that's not abuse. To me, it is. Like, or leaving them outside on a damn chain in the backyard day and night and day and night. What the hell is good for the dog? Like, that's abuse to me. Neglect, at least. And why wouldn't he get her fixed? Like, I mean, you understand that's uncomfortable. Just like it is on a female, it's uncomfortable. It's livable, it's doable. We all do it, but it's still uncomfortable. So, and that shit gets on stuff because Barbie, our vet said they wanted her to go into heat at least one time before they fixed her. Something about their hormones, but a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on that. Like, the Humane Society will fix them at 8 or 10 weeks, and so to me, it doesn't mean it's that drastic. But some vets believe that it kind of stunts their hormones or something, their growth, if you don't let them go through the cycle at least once. But it's messy as fuck. And I mean, at that point, they're still puppies, right? So putting a diaper on her was a ridiculous idea. I mean, I tried, and then she tore that up. And then I got on Amazon Prime, and same day delivery had like a set of cloth diapers delivered because I mean, obviously she just tore through the paper ones and wanted to eat them. She wouldn't leave them on for a minute. And then, so we got the cloth ones. I'm thinking like, well, maybe, the Velcro on them will be a little better and she won't bother it. It's not got that same plastic shit on it. No, she didn't leave it on for a second. Not a second. And it was a mess. I mean, I wouldn't say a terrible mess, but like they get up on the bed and I found like, or I had to change the sheets and stuff like that because there was like skid marks of blood. I mean, it was still not anything you'd want on your furniture or in your house. But yeah, I'd be curious to see if she's up to date on her shots. I mean, I guess he could be lucky nobody's called the local humane society or the dog warden there to go out and check on her. They may not see, her being in that van as abuse and hearing his side of that part of the story, but um, I'd be curious to know if she's got her rabies shot, which is minimal, right? I mean, at least in this state, you minimally have to have your dog license and rabies shots, and it's hella fine if you don't. And the dog warden here don't fuck around. It's $500, period. That's it. I mean, I get that he didn't want to leave his dog with Gina. Like he loves the dog. Like so, but he maybe again should have taken his own feelings out of the consideration and thought, well, what's better for my dog, right? Not better for my feelings. And to know that I don't know where did he go when he left Gina's. Was he back in the car again? Um, I don't remember. But if that was the case, then his pride should have been able to say, no, my dog is better off here. Like it's healthier here for the moment, and even if it was on a temporary basis. But I get that he didn't want to leave his dog behind too. Yeah. Yeah, Demones, I'd agree. I mean, if I got to the point where I couldn't take care of my dogs, if I couldn't feed them and or make sure they just have what their basic needs are to be healthy, I think I would try to at least find somebody that can do it, right? I mean, the other thing that bothers me, doesn't bother me that he puts chicken in the crock pot and, to me looks like nothing I'd eat, but okay, if it's good, it's good. But you got all of that seasoning on there, and that's just is not good for a dog. It just isn't good for them in any way, shape, or form. I mean, will it kill them? No, but it's just not good for them. Like, there's no, I just wouldn't do it. I mean, I give my dog a bite of it, right? I mean, my dogs know that I taught them last bite, and they know if they sit and wait and not bark, um, paw at me and shit like that. But we started that from little puppy, right? I mean, I would say, sit, wait for last bite. And when he didn't, then I'd put him in his cage until I was done eating. Then I'd bring him out and give him his last bite. And eventually he just learned like he always gets the last bite no matter what it is. Even if it's something that he really, I mean, not onions and shit like that. But I mean, even if it's a barbecue potato chip, like I will literally give him a small piece of the barbecue potato chip because he knows he gets last bite and that's his reward to not sit there and beg me and act like a retard jumping out at me and knocking my food out of my hand and making me wolf it in because he's bothering me. I hate that. And so like I do give my dogs that kind of stuff, but not on a plate like here's half your meal for the day. No. Right, Gina. No. So I mean, like I always try to look at both sides, that I get he didn't want to get rid of the dog. I get that he didn't want to leave him there. I get that he was mad at you. Like, I get all that. But, uh, yeah, pride will get in your way, that's for sure. All right, guys. Well, thanks for stopping in. It's time for me to mosey on in here. But we do it again soon. Notice how Cam has no real, people taking it in. Yeah, right. And at this point, they're using Cam You know, I really I pin it all back to the hate for Nunya, the Nunya derangement syndrome. I really do. I really do. Like it just goes back to that, and these people will literally do anything to show their hate for Nunya and Tommy. Anything. Like just read some of the most recent posts about Tommy. That can be our next topic. Like, let me pass my opinion on that next time. Somebody remind me that I have an opinion about the, you know, Tommy with the collector stuff and, you know, what he does in his private life. Like, I have my own opinion about that. Um, but that'll be next episode, guys. I'm gonna get out of here, get in here, get my shit done, and um, maybe I'll come back on later tonight if nobody else does. But that's my first preference. Somebody else do it. Um, yeah, drop panel archives. She's been running, or they. I don't know if it's a she, but they've been running some cam stuff. I forget what the next one was. It was something I said I had not seen. I didn't see the one about the book, so that was new to me. Um, what did they say this was about, guys? Do you remember? Oh, there they are. Panel archives. Remind us what that was. I know that it was a topic I said I had not seen. I don't remember now. Hmm.